I love to fly up in the sky. Through the clouds I reach so high, climbing up to touch the light. Adventure calls me day and night. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drum's begun. The world below fades out of sight.
Runway awareness, OK.
Meters.
And welcome everybody for another flight of the glide slope. And today we have yet another debut, another new plane coming to the channel. This time is the record breaker, so Cessna Citation X. This is the Rolls-Royce, I would say, of the business jet world, because this plane is capable of doing crazy things like flying at flight level 050, flight level 500, so 50,000 feet, and it can do that with speeds very close to the speed of sound, Mach 0.92, which is amazing. Now, this is a little different plane. It's from another era, so it's a little older than the previous planes we used. We used, if you remember, in terms of business jet, we use the Cessna Citation Sovereign Plus, which is a very modern plane equipped with the Garmin system, Garmin 5000 system. We also flew the little but quirky Embraer 300 Echo Phenom, also equipped with the Garmin system, but in this case the Garmin 3000 system. And I would say that comparing the Citation Sovereign, did I say Sovereign or Longitude? We also have the Longitude on the Anger, but we flew the Sovereign Plus. Compared with the Sovereign, we can see that the nose is very similar, just like I said when we flew that plane. But of course the tail section is very, very different. The tail section on the Sovereign Plus is very classical, whereas in this plane, look at that, it looks like a fighter jet. Look at that, amazing tail. Now this plane we're flying today is a Citation X. It's also a Citation X Plus version, but unfortunately this is the older variant, and actually the Citation X Plus is the one I got on a screenshot, on a thumbnail. But you know, I already flew this plane. I find it very, very cool. It is quite different from the previous flights we've done. So the plane is a little older, so you'll see the systems are not really as ergonomic, and there's a lot more buttons in it. But it is a nice little jet, and you'll see that it is quite fun to fly. Unfortunately, this plane seems to have been developed for Flight Simulator 2020, and so a lot of the features we're used to seeing, like the external interactions, are not modeled in, and the cabin is a little not interactive. So let's get right on it. And well, no lights. So let me see if I can turn on the... That's not it. I always keep forgetting, because you see, Chase Plane changes the assignments. And let me see if I can get the assignment, key assignment for the flashlight, because it does have its own flashlight. Alright, so it is left alt and Fox. Alright, so that's good. Left alt and Fox. Alright, so yeah, it's a red light, but it works as long as it gets to us to do what we need. So let's get the yoke out of the way. We already have, of course, the EFB working, but we need to give the plane some power. So here's battery 1, battery 2, and we no longer need a flashlight now. Alright, so here we are. Welcome to the flight deck on the Citation X-ray. It's, like you will see, lots of analog buttons, lots of odd switches, very much a switcheroo airplane. So first things first, let's get some ground service here. So let's get everything's been removed. So let's get the ground power connected. So now we can turn on the external power. And now turn on the avionics and the ECAS system. And there it is. The system comes to life. So let's just arm the emergency lights. We're gonna set day, night, dim. Well, let's keep it on for now. So let's just get a little extra humph on the lights. I noticed that the standby instruments are a little dim at night. I really hope that they would be a lot more brighter, but that's about it. So let's put this on the alignment mode. We have 2 INSs, so you see how this is already so much different from the previous planes. And we say it's battery fail, it's okay. It's going to run its own self-test, and that's what it's doing right now. It says battery fail. Is basically we're working with the external power anyway. So let's just reach in. Okay, so let's see. Starting from the left. Emergency lights are armed. This is our lights, our cockpit lights. We got central wing transfer is set to norm. So there are 3 positions: off, on, and norm. Let's always keep it on norm. Fuel boost is also on norm. Ignition set to norm. FADEC also set to norm in middle position. Standby power, we are going to leave it on off for now, although we can turn it on. And we can even test it. You can hardly see, but there's a green light down here, and if you put it on the standby power on, it will just activate itself. Some stuff in this plane is not working, like this standby radio. It's alright, we don't really need it, but other stuff, we can really miss some of the automations that we are used to see on modern planes. Let's start well, we don't need the APU right now. We will need it to start the engines though. And right now the INS is aligning, so you can check out the progress here. I set it to fast alignment instead of realistic, because last time I did realistic it took an awful lot of time. I'm not entirely sure. Usually INS alignment takes about between 8 to 10 minutes, but this plane seems to take a lot longer than that. I'm not sure why. So the avionics power is also turned on. Ignition set to norm. Everything should be set to norm. So here we are, position initiation. We got our ARAC set for 11 June 26 to 8 July 26, so it's up to date. So we're gonna load our GPS 1 position. That's the most accurate point right now. So that will help the INS align itself. And there it is. So you see how fast it was. Just mere minutes. So same thing for the secondary. So here we are on the active flight plan. In order to load your Simbrief, you need to come here to Nav, Simbrief. This is our ID. Oops. This is not where I want it to be. Where is that? So this is loaded. So where's our flight plan? We are at Larnaca. That much is true. So nav, Simbrief, flight plan recall, request pending. Ah, there it is. So that was it. So you just needed to recall the flight plan. And here we are at Larnaca and going all the way to Vienna in Austria. So pretty cool flight. So our flight display, PFD and ND are very straightforward. The same with the ACAS system. Very straightforward, very familiar if you flew other jets of this era, 1990s, late 1990s. This plane is equipped with the auto throttle system. This is an option, and this plane is equipped with the auto throttle system. And in order to activate it, just press this little button here, and it saves you a lot of hard work, to be honest, because this plane is very, very powerful. These Rolls-Royce engines, they are really powerful, and you can overspeed if you're not paying attention to what you're doing. And these are, of course, words of experience. So first of all, let's go with Beyond ATC, and let's. Apparently didn't connect. Oh, there it is. There it's coming to connect. There we go. Just give it a moment to connect. You should see Beyond ATC connected. Or here. Alright, you didn't hear it, but trust me, it's loaded. Alright, so cool feature on this EFB is that you can flip it around, make it more visual for you. Navigraph integration could be better. You need to insert your data manually just to follow the charts. It does not have flight following, so that's a bummer. But you do have the little plane following the little charts. Well, the main one, the main chart. So let's pick nighttime, and let's call Beyond ATC ground and request IFR.
Larnaca ground, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, Cessna Citation X with information November, ramp 13 request IFR clearance to structure.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, Larnaca ground, thanks for information November, cleared to stretch at airport via Profos 1 Whiskey departure, runway 22 climb via seat to flight level 130 squawk 0561.
Cleared to stretch at airport via Paphos 1 Whiskey departure, runway 22 climb via seat to flight level 130 squawk 0561, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Local VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Alright, so we're cleared to flight level 130. Now we're going to need to set our squawk here.
With Malta 7 Uniform Bravo, contact Larnaca Tower 121.2.
Over to Tower 121.2 with Malta 7 Uniform Bravo.
I don't know if it allows me to go 0. Does it? Oh yes, it does. 06... 05 for me. 0561. Alright. We're done here. Confirm on the co-pilots. Now we got our flight plan loaded. We just need to load our SID and star. So we're going to take off from runway 22 via PHA 1 Whiskey. There it is. Activate, and it's inserted. We need, of course, to change our range to see it. There it is. Alright, so the flight plan is loaded. Let's go for the performance. So we're going to set full performance. This is our climb rate, 300 knots or Mach 0.80. Yes, it does climb at Mach 0.80. It's crazy. Transition altitude, flight level 180. I'm not so sure about this, but we will set it anyway, a little lower than that. And we are going to need to load the passengers in. So let's see here. Let's import from Simbrief. So we are fully loaded with passengers. We got 6 passengers. Yeah, the cabin isn't as big as the longitude or as the Sovereign, but it is bigger than the Phenom for sure. But it does take 6 packs, so 6 passengers in. Now, here's something crazy. All right, 8 it says 8. Oh, it is 8. What am I was counting 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's see, it is 8. One thing that is crazy is that this plane, it doesn't take much in terms of cargo, but everything counts, and especially for the CG, because it's so fast, it needs to be properly planned. So here we go. For the takeoff, we're going to set runway 22, heading 225. Length is 9,200 feet. We got an OAT of 24 degrees Celsius. Let's insert the wind here. Definitely wrong page. Oh, weather. Search. So here it is, Larnaca. We have a wind of 220-5 knots. Not that bad of a wind. Alright, so takeoff data. Let's go to the next page. Runway slope. It's not really a factor in flight sim. Hello Drexy, welcome back. Anti-ice will be off. Flaps will be set flaps 5, 15. And our takeoff weight is 33 tons, or tons of pounds, or whatever, 33,000 pounds, okay. Here we go, takeoff data is accepted. We also can go back here and check out. Alright, let's just confirm, alright. Then we're going to come back here for the climb, but now let's keep it on takeoff. Use the takeoff data. So we got a wind factor of +5, which is good. Alright, so the flight plan is copied to the secondary CDU, so no need to, but you can always, of course, both pilots should confirm it, but I'm flying solo today. So everything's fine and dandy. Well, now we're going to start our APU. You know this is a hardcore business jet when you have your own APU. So power on. RPM is currently 0 as it should. The APU EGT is 25 degrees. That's the outside temperature. So let's hit the start button. Nice little sound. We can actually move this away from us for now. We're not going to need it. We're only going to need it in a moment to taxi out. The on-damper is engaged, so is the manual trim. Plane is capable of reverse. Looks like the APU is available, so let's use it for air and generation. Valve is open, generation is on. We can now get rid of the external power, and now we need an EFB. Come back here, ground services, and let's Let's remove the ground power as well as close the main door, or maybe not. Well, we need to load the passengers first.
Boarding requested.
There goes. Use airplanes on stairs. That was going to be a fun ride without passengers, right? This swivel system is actually pretty cool because you can move it away quite far from anything important that you need to do. Although the key binds or the key movements are not very intuitive, as you can see. You can also set vertical for vertical charts, which is positive. But there's no actual position where this thing won't interfere with the operation unless you put it something like here and rotate. So maybe here it won't interfere, but it will cut your outside visibility.
Passengers bus is coming.
Alright, so let's energize our plane. We're gonna set up nav light, seatbelt signs to on, and anti-collision, ground recognition and anti-collision. Actually, you don't need. We just need ground rec. What's the name? I don't know. But yeah, this is not what we need. We just need to have the nav lights on. Yep, this is it. So now we're just going to wait for the passengers. I'm sorry that this apron here is very dark. Wasn't my intention, but it is what it is.
Information November current, clear to East Midlands Airport.
We are going to visit the cabin. Oh, there's already a passenger.
Runway 22 climb via set to 1000 feet, squawk 4020.
Clear to East Midlands Airport via the Bonnet 2 Bravo departure. Runway 22, flying via set to 1000 feet.
Why is the cabin so dark?
4020, Citation 48, Echo Juliet.
Citation 48, Echo Juliet, read that correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Wilco, Citation 48, Echo Juliet.
Welcome on board.
Citation 48, Echo Juliet. At gate 31, request pushback.
Is it better? No. Cabin's still dark.
Citation 48, Echo Juliet, Larnaca ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Pushback approved. Face east. Citation 48, Echo Juliet.
Seatbelt signs. Oh, there it is. No, still dark. Ah. I wonder why. First time I'm flying it at night, by the way. So I'm sorry for the people in the back, but I don't know where to turn the cabin lights on. So tail flood, nav light, recog. This is all external lighting. I'm pretty sure there's a switch here to send power to the back, but interior master, yeah, but it is not operational. So this should be set to normal, and those guys in the back should, as long as the wine is safe, I suppose. All right, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. It's not important. So the passengers would like some dim lights. That's okay. Oh, I think I know. Stand by. It's up here.
Citation 48, Echo Juliet, taxi for departure.
So these are the shades.
Citation 48, Echo Juliet, taxi to holding point
Cabin,
Alpha,
there you go.
runway 22 via Lima Zulu,
I
Charlie
knew that was
Alpha.
the button. Sorry about
Taxi to
that,
holding
guys.
point Alpha,
Right.
runway 22 via Lima, Zulu, Charlie, Alpha. Citation
So we are
48,
fully
Echo
ready,
Juliet.
fully energized. We can close the door now. And we're gonna set the parking brakes are on and get rid of the chocks. And let's call it in.
This to Jet Alpha 1 Delta at ramp 13, request pushback and engine start.
Mr. Jet Alpha 1 Delta, Larnaca ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face south. This to Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Alright, let's set our QNH. So
Larnaca ground with
1010.
Malta 6 Romeo November Airbus 320 on NL with information November gate 41 request IFR clearance to Malpensa Airport.
1012. Set
With
and
Malta
cross
6
check.
Romeo
Let's set it
November.
here as well.
Larnaca ground, clear to Malpensa via the bonnet to Bravo departure. Runway 22 climb via say to 1000 feet, squawk 3224.
Clear to Malpensa via the Bonnet to Bravo departure, runway 22, climb via set to 1000 feet.
So GSX is refusing to push us back, is that it?
With Malta 6 Romeo November, read back correct. Call me back when ready
Yeah,
for
it's
pushback or
refusing to
engine
push
start.
us back,
Roger
so we
that,
need
with
to
Malta 6 Romeo
do our
November.
own thing here.
With Malta 6 Romeo November,
Stand
gate
by.
41, request pushback.
Let's get back to our
With Malta
charts.
6 Romeo November, Larnaca ground, pushback
we
and
are
engine
gonna
start
take-
approved. Face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face southeast with Malta 6 Romeo November.
What was the departure I chose? PHA1 Whiskey. So, PHA1 Whiskey, Nordy 1 Whiskey, PHA1 Whiskey, here it is. So I see the little plane, we'll do the flight following stuff. That's good enough. Alright, so start on move. This is the one we'll be taking. And it is already pre-selected, so we're gonna set VNav and LNav. Your damper is connected. That will just activate vertical speed. Alright, we're good to go. Let's start our engines then, because GSX doesn't care to help us with the pushback. We'll need to do it on our own. Start right engine.
With Malta 6 Romeo November, taxi for departure.
With Malta 6 Romeo November, taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 22 via Lima Charlie, Whiskey Charlie Alpha.
Taxi to holding
Engine
point
2
Alpha,
on
runway
and
22
stable.
via Lima
Start
Charlie,
number
Whiskey
1.
Charlie Alpha with Malta 6 Romeo November.
At this point we can activate our... We can hear the differential hydraulic pump. Pretty cool.
Citation X for Mike Delta.
We have the
Request
standby
AFR
instruments for the
clearance
engines
detected.
here. Very old school.
All aircraft be advised information Oscar now current QNH 1012. Citation X for Mike
1012,
Delta,
set
Larnaca
and
ground.
cross-check.
Information Oscar current, clear to Stansted Airport via Bonnet to Bravo departure,
Right, let's
runway
go
22
for our
climb via
takeoff
to 1000 feet,
V-speeds. So
squawk
we got
0552.
V1, VR,
Citation
V2,
Airport
V1 is
5 Bravo
133, VR
departure.
is
Runway
134,
22
V2
climb
is
via set to
137.
1000 feet. Squawk
Let's
0552 Citation X for
our-
Mike Delta.
Citation X for Mike Delta, read back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Local
ABS
Citation
shut
X for
down.
Mike Delta.
Let's request
Citation X
taxi.
48 Echo Juliet, contact Larnaca Tower 1 to 1.2.
Contact Tower 12.2, Citation X 48, Echo Juliet.
Mr. Jet Alpha 1 Delta, request taxi.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 22 via Tuca Charlie Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 22 Vitica, Charlie, Alpha, Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
That's
Citation X for Mike Delta. K27 Alpha. Request pushback.
Citation X for Mike Delta, Larnaca ground, pushback approved. Face
we're right
southeast.
here
Pushback
at
and engine start approved.
77.
Face southeast.
So
Citation
we
X
need
for Mike
to
Delta.
taxi all the way down here, and then... Oh my, I really don't like this to move around as it does. So need to go through Charlie uniform, then Charlie, right here, and then we need the other. Well, we'll go through with this one for now. Alright, so we are up here at 77, just need to taxi all the way. So we are going to make a left turn to get on the taxiway. Alright, so recog now lights and ground recognition lights. Not very bright outside, but we'll handle it. Alright, so now we're gonna use the flood lighting. as well as the not the console. I just want to use this. Oh my. Alright, let's leave it there. It's a bit too bright for me, but okay. We can work with this.
Citation X 4 Mike Delta, request taxi.
Auxiliary light here somewhere.
Citation X 4 Mike Delta, taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 22
Right, let's
via
go.
Lima Bravo Victor Charlie Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Alpha, runway 22 via Lima
takes
Bravo,
off.
Victor, Charlie, Alpha, Citation X 4 Mike Delta.
Oh, I think I know where that line is. Right here. Ah, much better.
With Malta 6 Romeo November, contact Larnaca Tower 121.2.
Over to Tower 121.2 with Malta 6 Romeo November.
So I need to load track IR manually. For some reason it just quit. Manually, no, still don't know. Something is off with track IR for now.
Bristol Jet Alpha 1 Delta, contact Larnaca Tower 121.2.
Contact Tower 121.2 Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Well, so it's already telling us to contact the tower because we're so close to the runway already. But we're not gonna reach out for now until we get to the runway 22 threshold. It's a beyond ATC thing. Oh, it is working. Look at that.
Easy 91 Yankee Romeo, Larnaca Tower, wind 200 degrees 6 knots, runway 22 clear to land.
Runway 22 clear to land, Easy 91 Yankee Romeo.
So we're gonna go to holding point Alpha here. First we need to get to Charlie. So the reason why Beyond ATC just send us over to the tower is because we're close to the runway. And it's kind of thinking about big jets that, you know, they need to have enough time to prepare stuff for departure. There's one, for example. So that one's holding. I hope it's not blocking the runway. So this is a very remote stand here at Larnaca, basically for general aviation aircraft like small Cessna planes and ourselves. That's a WizJet airplane. If it is blocking the runway, I'll reach on the Beyond ATC app to remove it. Could be just waiting for departure, probably. So let's stop here. Let's tell them that we're ready and see what they say. Not this one.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, holding short, runway 22.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, number 2 for departure. Hold short of runway 22.
Hold short of runway 22, Vista Jet Alpha 1
Meantime,
Delta.
we are going for
Citation X 4 Mach Delta, ready for departure. Runway 22.
Citation X 4 Mach Delta Tower, number 3 for departure.
Affirm. Number 3, Citation X 4 Mach Delta.
can set an elapsed time clock already. So why isn't it publishing the V speeds? It's not here. It should be. It is correct. Also need traffic is okay and the vertical profile. Right, so that plane appears to be blocking our departure, so I am going to need to remove it. Not this one, sorry. So stand by, give me a moment. This does happen quite often with certain types of airports. But all I need to do is move the aircraft and we should be good. There's an incoming airplane actually, so maybe I shouldn't have removed it. Oh well, what's done is done. So let's see if I can now get some time to get rid of this very bright floodlight. Yeah, it's okay. Could be better though. This is our pressurization and air conditioning. Maybe this is the one. So yeah, lots of... Oh my. What have I done? Yeah, I need to be very careful scrolling around this plane. Oh no. No, please don't tell me I have to realign. Yeah, it does need to realign again. Should be quick though. Yeah, alright. Oof. That's a relief. So there was a plane incoming. I shouldn't have removed that Wizz airplane. I thought it was blocking because I didn't see anybody in the incoming. Now I do. Well, let's go to the visual holding point.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, runway 22, line up and wait.
There
Line
you
up
go.
and wait, runway 22, Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Easy 91 Yankee Romeo, exit right at Golf.
Exit right at Golf, Easy 91 Yankee Romeo.
Set flaps for takeoff.
Citation X 4 Mach Delta, holding short. Runway 22.
Citation X 4 Mach Delta,
Trim
number 2
set.
for departure. Hold short of runway 22.
Hold short of runway 22, Citation X 4 Mach Delta.
On runway 22.
Let's get our departure chart. Here we are.
The Easy 91 Yankee Romeo, monitor ground 119.4, bye-bye.
Ground 119.4, Easy 91 Yankee Romeo, good day.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, Larnaca Tower, wind 200 degrees, 6 knots, runway 22 cleared for takeoff.
Runway
Cleared for
22 cleared
takeoff.
for takeoff. Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Whatever to my altitude, 16,000. Alright, 1012, correct. Let's just get our heading here. Done. Alright, here we go. It is very dark. I apologize. I didn't know it was so dark on that apron there. Let's get our taxi lights, custom lights off. Actually, what am I doing? What I meant was get that anti-collision too. Not correct, so it's gotta be the up position. That's it. Can turn off the recog lights though. Let's go to passenger safety. Right. Oh, we also have a weather radar, although there's not much to do with it. That's why I wasn't even interested in turning it on. And now we should set MFD weather on, so WX is on. And that's it. There's our top of climb, flight level 370. Hopefully we'll get there. Plane is heading thrust. And the MCT on this plane is crazy because you can see it sets around 90. So at 90%, it's now currently 87%. And it's climbing at 3,600. So you see the engines have a lot more power than this. We're just conserving fuel for the trip. But it's crazy. I'm passing 10,000 feet now. We turn off the external lights. When we're shifting out of Remax to Impro. Plane will now accelerate. In terms of standards indicated airspeeds, the plane isn't too crazy. It's only when we get to real high altitudes that we see the Mach crazy and we get close to Mach .90 very, very often. Most fun about this plane is that the angle isn't that steep. So the nose, the angle on the nose, it's not that steep. So we are following our SID here. Change this to map, so that's a feature for newer planes. I also noticed that with the traffic option on, it's always on yellow if it detects traffic around us. So we are currently, I set this to above, we are currently monitoring 1, 2 planes. That's enough to trigger the traffic warning. It doesn't mean that we are in actual danger, which you would think with the traffic in yellow, but it's not the case. You can also have special ACAS information like the electrical APU power is now off, of course. Engines controls. Usually just for engine start. We don't really need this here. We do need the fuel. Once in a while it's good practice to look at the fuel, make a couple of calculations to see if we are spending more fuel than desired.
Jet Alpha 1 Delta. Have a good evening. Legacy radar, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, passing flight level 168, climbing to flight level 190.
Jet Alpha 1 Delta, latest your radar identified climb flight level 430.
Climb flight level 430, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Not the best altitude we can get actually. But still way better than our last flight in the 737. You kind of feel at low altitude flying flight level 320, 350. And it's a very dark night. I apologize, I wasn't aware. I mean, I knew there was no moon. I just didn't think that Larnaca's airport would be so dark at that point. First time I flew this plane and I saw this traffic here, I was really concerned that we were not getting like traffic advisory, but it's not the case. It's always yellow if it detects traffic around us. But even right now, it's not detecting any immediate traffic, and it's still yellow. Not sure about that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You can, of course, alternate between weather radar and terrain, but in order to get back to weather radar, need to press this button.
Suntok 1859, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Suntok 1859.
Suntok 1859, expect runway 23.
Expect
Our
runway
elapsed time is
23,
13
Suntok
minutes out of the gate,
1859.
give or take, because we didn't start the clock immediately. My bad. Dim our PFD slightly.
level 170.
Channel 4 Mike Delta, Nicosia radar identified, climb flight level 340.
Climb flight level 340, Citation X 4 Mike Delta.
This is just a site device. It's not a map light, is self-explanatory. There's no lights here. There's no lights on the top either. I don't even know where this light's. Oh, is it the cabin light? So now it's probably too bright, right? So let's dim it a little bit, or just turn it off, the overhead lighting. No, let me to turn it on. So it's
Turkish 97 Foxtrot, descending
Leave the
start to
cabin entry,
2500 feet,
just dim it.
QNH 1013.
that's the least
Descend
we
via
can
start
do.
to 2,500 feet.
Don't worry, we'll visit the cabin.
Turkish 97
How about now? Did it
Foxtrot.
change? No, nothing changed.
Jordan in 164 heavy, clear runner 1 golf arrival, runway 26 right.
Cleared runner 1 golf arrival, runway 26 right, Jordanian 164 heavy.
So we are out of the SID. So we will go back to the map charts. But as you can see, the flight plan isn't loaded here, so we're just yeah. That's the world map. There's no flight plan here, unfortunately.
Turkish 1 Juliet, Zulu heavy contact, anchor control 128.1.
Center on 128.1 Turkish 1 Juliet Zulu.
So we're
heavy.
passing Paphos. It's at least good to get our bearings of where we are in the world, but it doesn't give you the flight plan, which is a bummer. We will be turning right though and climb all the way through Italy, direct to Vienna.
Suntop 1859, contact anchor control 128.1.
Contact
Should
anchor
have gone
control
to standard.
128.1, Suntop 1859.
It's standard. Right.
Ryanair 1429 QNH 101 to expect radar vectors for ILS change approach runway 29.
QNH 1012, expect radar vectors for ILSNT approach runway 29 or NA 1429.
Jordanian 164 heavy, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Jordanian 164 heavy.
Jordanian 164 heavy, descent to flight level 170.
Descent to flight level 170, Jordanian 164 heavy.
Ryanair 1429, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, NA 1429.
Turkish 97 Foxtrot QNH 1013, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 29 right.
QNH 1013, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 29 right, Turkish 97 Foxtrot.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, 021 Sierra Echo.
approach runway 29, Ryanair 149.
Reserve to 1 Sierra Echo, contact Larnaca approach 130.2.
Contact Larnaca approach 130.2, reserve to 1 Sierra Echo.
Charlie descend start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1012, Richard 91 Charlie.
Jordanian 116, clear so back 1 call for arrival, runway 26 right.
Clear so back 1 call for arrival, runway 26 right, Jordanian 116.
Clear dummy 1 Alpha arrival, runway 36 center.
Clear dummy 1 Alpha arrival, runway 36 center, Suntalk 1874.
Suntalk 1874, contact anchor control 127.85, have a good evening.
Contact anchor control 127.85, Suntalk 1874, have a good evening.
Turkish 3 Delta Kilo Heavy, contact Cairo Control 119.35 for day.
Contact Cairo Control 119.35, Turkish 3 Delta Kilo Heavy, bye-bye. Center on 121.4, Jordanian 116, good day.
Turkish 97 Foxtrot, we went to 00 heading 180, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 29 right.
We went to 00 heading 180, expect radar vectors for ILS approach runway 29 right, Turkish 97 Foxtrot.
Turkish 97 Foxtrot, less than 1 mile from DME 10, turn right heading 005, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS approach runway 29 right.
Turn right heading 005, 2,500 feet until established, cleared ILS approach runway 29 right, Turkish 97 Foxtrot.
Turkish 97 Foxtrot, no tower services available, operator and frequency change approved, bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, Turkish 97 Foxtrot.
Ryanair 1429, flight present heading, descent to 4,000 feet, QNH 1012 vectors for the approach.
Flight present heading, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 1012, Ryanair 149.
Ryanair 1429, turn right, heading 200, descend to 3,000 feet.
Turn right, heading 200, descend to 2,000 feet, Ryanair 149.
Channel Contact 4 Mach Delta, contact anchor control 128.1, have a good evening.
Contact anchor control 128.1, Citation X 4 Mach Delta.
Nicosia radar, Santa 8 Uniform Hotel, flight level 294.
Santa 8 Uniform Hotel, Nicosia radar identified. 8091 Charlie, contact Larnaca approach 130.2.
Contact Larnaca approach 130.2, AJ91 Charlie.
Speed is Mach 0.907 now.
Ryanair 1429, contact
If we can get much faster than that, if we could climb. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't think we have enough fuel to reach Vienna if we try to climb further. So it's a trade-off. You can climb and therefore go to thinner air, and that will reduce drag and therefore save fuel. But in order to get there, you also need to climb, so you'll have more thrust to be able to climb. Even though we do have a very cool angle of attack at -3, so the plane is actually nosing slightly down. I mean, it's right on the horizon in terms of our perspective, but the nose is a little lower. But the angle of attack actually is side. There's a vane, angle of attack vane on the side that gives us this indication here. This actually comes from military aircraft. You don't really see this that much on civilian planes. And as you can see, we are conserving 91% of N1, so if we do go to 100%, we can certainly accelerate the plane further. But given the air density, our maximum Mach for now is 0.91 now, but this plane is perfectly capable of going Mach 0.93, 92 or 93 depending on the altitude. But you can't fly this fast on I don't know, on an A350 you can't fly Mach 0.9. Mach 0.85 I believe, but not much higher than that at flight level 430, definitely not. But you've guys seen images of the plane on the outside view. This plane is an arrow. It's not like the wingspan is very short considering how high it flies. It's shaped as an arrow and has a huge vertical stabilizer, and that helps with aerodynamics. So we're now almost reaching Turkish airspace. I think we're going to enter Greek airspace. I think we're going to skip Turkey, I believe. Yeah, look at that. So we are going to enter Greek airspace, and then we're going to make a left-hand
2,300 feet. QNH 1015, Jordanian 16 for heavy.
Jordan 164 heavy, contact our Allied Control 121.4, have a good evening.
Center on 121.4, Jordanian 164 heavy, good day.
So, I've not talked much about Tritrisim GFX, but as you can see, this plane is compatible with Tritrisim, so Tritrisim needs to make the planes compatible. So it might happen once the plane is released, you might not see the compatibility right away. But this one is, and this is what it has. It has wing condensation. This is observable, of course, during takeoff and landing. Engine condensation, so that the nacelle will be covered by mist. Thrust on rain, so whenever there's rain, if you had thrust, you will see water cloud behind the plane. Vortices on the wingtips. Water injection, the same way. During rain time, you'll see water being injected, especially on lower mountain engines. You'll see the water being ingested into the engines. Water trails, so trail over water surfaces. Engine cold start release some level of smoke, and string vortices only with HG strings. Strings are little wings on the sides of engines, so you'll see the vortices of those strings. As for environmental effects, we have user contrails, so the plane will emanate contrails. You can actually really see it correctly. These are contrails just far away. We got engine pollution from lower flying aircraft. You'll see like little smoke clouds. AI contrails, we can't really see them at night, but during the daytime you can see the contrails of the distance. And wing fade, this is something I really would like to see someday. This is when you enter a cloud, it will fade the wingtip because you're inside the cloud, so the cloud density will create this dense nebula that will inhibit the wingtip. This is very cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. Not just the wingtips, but also the other engines. If you're flying a 4-engine aircraft, you probably want to see the wingtip and the number 1 or 4 engine. So this is all controllable. You can set engine pollution. Of course, modern day jets, they don't get into polluting unless you want to see like a Tupolev 145. You just don't touch this unless you want to see a huge black smoke coming out. Same with the wing fade. You might not want that effect to be that strong, so you might want to reduce it or augment it if you don't really want to see the city outside. Yeah. And the threshold can actually move back and forth where you want to see the effect happen. And the better moisture approximation. So this is more like reading the weather data. You can see here that there's some like aura around the lights on the below, as well as your aircraft's own lighting. So you can see that this volumetric effect. This is of course, you can actually reduce this if you don't want this pronounced. You can do some short off. Part of it is actually from Microsoft Flight. But yeah, I like this little gizmo. It is really amazing. what it adds to the simulation, to realism. And it's not that hard, that expensive. It's about 15 euros or $50. And you will appreciate this purchase, I guarantee. It's a very subtle changes happening, but it is very, especially with the AI contrast. It used to be like very blue, in fact now it's much more realistic, and it crowds the skies with contrast. It's amazing. So this is the coast of Turkey, I believe. Yep, this is Turkey. So we will be skimming Turkey. I was wondering if we would enter Turkish airspace, and we are. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to time accelerate. Unfortunately, this plane does not have a time acceleration feature. However, I did download a little mod, and we'll test it right now to see if this actually works. Alright, where is that? It's the time compression. Simbrief control, here it is. So it's
controller is ready.
right now it even has a voice effect. Nice. So I'm going to set it to so I'm just reading what it does. All right, it is connected. So I'm going to try and get it to 2 times and see what happens.
2 times speed.
Contact anchor control 119 decimal 3 VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Anchor control VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, flight level 430.
Alright, looks good so far.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, anchor control
Let's try 4
identified.
times speed.
4 times speed.
We just need to monitor everything to see if the plane departs
Turkish 9
right.
X-ray Delta, descend flight level 190. Descend flight level 190, Turkish 9 X-ray Delta.
Everything looks fine so far.
Contact access control 135.875, good day.
Centre on 135.875, Griffin 7 Sierra November.
Alright, so everything looks fine for now. It's keeping up with the 4 times speed.
Ankara Control, Transavia 5518, flight level 320.
Transavia 5518, anchor control identified. Sky travel 6125, contact Athens control 135.875.
Contact Athens Control 135.875, Sky travel 6125.
Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1013. Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1013, Turkish 9 X-ray Delta.
Ankara control Scandinavian 2822, good evening, flight level 340.
Scandinavian 2822, Ankara control identified.
Normal speed.
I set it to normal speed, so now we'll make a little visit to the cabin. So here we go. Hope I didn't touch anything sensitive. Alright, so let's go to the cabin. Zoom out a little bit so we can see better. So this is the Citation X cabin. In terms of features, you also have the little cupboards, drawers, lots of sugar and milk, dishware. There's some
Wisco 3714, contact
nice little
Athens
flashlight,
135.875.
some blankets,
Contact Athens Control 135.875,
Beverages.
Wisco 3714.
nice chocolate bars, some stain removal, hand sanitizer, and snacks are very important. Over here we got the wine. We saw that. We can close this cabinet. Unfortunately, there's nothing in the wardrobe, or it's not even modeled. That's what I mean. As for the cabin itself, it's very sparse on interaction. You can, of course, operate the lights above here, but nothing more. You can even open the shades. There's the IFE, electronic devices for in-flight entertainment, but for one, only the rear-facing passengers seem to have it. Actually, no. I think it's shared between islands. You can, of course, bring out the tables for each island. So here's one, here's the other.
Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1013, Turkish 6 Charlie Alpha.
And the other. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't operate the blinds, the table, everything is just for show. The blinds themselves can only be operated from that button there. There's also the radio system. Nothing works. Pressing all these, nothing works. There's also a radio system on board these planes, as well as a video system. Nothing is modeled.
Turkish 973 report ready.
The chairs themselves.
Ready for descent, Turkish 973.
And
Turkish 973
coming in the loop,
flight level 280.
this is a head door. I'm not sure if the real life plane has a storage compartment like the Sovereign Plus we saw earlier, but it's one of the few aircraft that the loo doesn't have a window, and nothing else works here. So it's just for show. I guess not even the loo works. I guess you don't really need this. It's, you know, on the other planes it's just a gimmick, but still, you would think that you want to build these planes to certain standards from the industry. So I do not know if FlightFX will update their airplane anytime soon, but they should. There's also this screen should also show the flight progress.
X 475, contact LM in approach 126.
And the flight progress should be depicted on these screens, as well as the in-flight entertainment, but none of these work. They're actually not even properly modeled, as you can see. The screen is... oh, the screen is facing the side. So these guys here, these guys on the center seats, they get to do not much, because they don't have in-flight entertainment for themselves. Maybe that's by design, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure those screens show in any IFE. Maybe it's just cabin control, I'm not sure. I never flew a Citation X, so don't judge me. In real life, at least. So yeah, so you guys see the cabin. It is an old school style cabin. It's definitely not the most modern business jet currently, but one good note about this plane is that I'm not sure today because I've not been there, but in the Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace, it was up to a certain point the best seller. It is the Citation X. It's one of the best-selling airplanes on the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Marketplace, and that means something.
4 times speed.
Let's go back to 4 times speed. That's telling. I mean, that means the plane is appreciated, and a lot of people that I've heard and seen talking in the forums about other planes, they always use this one as like the baseline. And you can see planes like the Sovereign Plus being developed, and guys looking into this one and thinking, what can we do better than this? And the secret to making these products work is in the details. The more details you add, the better.
1 Bravo arrival, runway 27, Tango Charlie, Juliet Zulu Delta.
It's not like people will not fly this plane if it doesn't have in-flight entertainment, for example, or if it doesn't simulate the loo or something like that. It's not that. It's just the immersion. It's the fact that sometimes you fly these planes for hours and you want to be distracted. You want to do a nice little flight and be entertained by whatever. Yep, we're at 510 knots ground speed, Mach 0.91, and we are at 43,000 feet, and we could still climb. Again, I'm not going to do that because I fear I may spend way too much fuel doing that. This is what's planned for us. If it was a longer flight, like flying over the Atlantic, for example, it would probably allow us to go even higher than 43,000 feet. Probably. I wouldn't say the announced 50,000 feet, but probably 47, 48. Maybe closer to 50.
Clear direct Big C, cross a Big C for about 4,000 feet, clear ILS.
So we are now flying over the Mediterranean waters. We are actually flying above the many Greek islands.
Turkish 973, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1013, Turkish 973.
So we're now going to fly directly over Greece. We're going to cross Greece as we are doing right now.
Over to tower 120.925 center 58 Quebec Victor.
I need to fly back to Athens. It's been a while. I did once a nice little flight also to Corfu. Maybe Corfu Islands.
Turkish 2401, cleared Urson 1 Romeo arrival, runway 17 left.
Cleared Urson 1 Romeo arrival, runway 17 left, Turkish 2401.
Turkish 4 Juliet Hotel, contact Milos approach 134.475.
Contact Milos approach 134.475, Turkish 4 Juliet Hotel.
Anchor control, Sunturk 8 Uniform Hotel, flight level 300.
Sunturk 8 Uniform Hotel, Ankara control identified. Jet 4060, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Jet 4060.
Jet 4060, descent to flight level 1900.
Descent to flight level 1900, Jet 4060.
Sun Express 3 Hotel Foxtrot, contact 1 Alpha radar 127.65. Have a good evening.
Contact 1 Alpha radar 127.65, Sun Express 3 Hotel Foxtrot.
1, descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Descend via start to 5,000 feet, QNH 1013, Turkish 2401.
Sunturk 1885, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent, Sunturk 1885.
Sunturk 1885, descend to flight level 210.
Descend to flight level 210, Sunturk 1885.
Turkish 9 X-ray Delta QNH 1013, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 06 left. QNH 1013, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 06 left, Turkish 9 X-ray Delta. Sunturk 2095, contact XN Tower 120.925.
Contact Tower 120.925, Sunturk 2095, bye-bye.
Smart links to Bravo 2, contact Athens Control 135.875, have a good evening.
Center on 135.875, smart links to Bravo 2.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, copy control identified.
2.425, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Grade control, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Good evening, flight level 430.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, Belgrade control identified. With Malta 355 Victor, cleared log the 6 November, arrival runway 11. Cleared log the 6 November, arrival runway 11.
We are time accelerating, of course. But regardless, we are at 43,000 feet, flying at Mach 0.91. Citation X is the fastest business jet in the world. Fastest commercial aircraft available as well. I believe the only plane that can almost rival the Citation X is the Dassault Falcon 7X or any newer aircraft, but it doesn't get as fast as the Citation. Almost at 50% of our flight, so getting close to Austria.
Skyrunner 6014, contact runner control 122.5. Center on 122.5, Skyrunner 6014.
See here the shape of the aircraft. It looks like an arrow. It's a bit dark to see, but as soon as we go over this down, you can see that it's shaped like a fighter jet almost. This is the secret for its speed. The engines are pretty much center mass on this plane. They're the heaviest, of course. The heaviest thing on this airframe. And then you have this huge vertical tail with huge horizontal stabilizer. So it's almost like this is built. It's almost like this is built for flying max speeds higher than the speed of sound. Of course it isn't. I'm just saying it looks like. It looks like it can fly faster than the speed of sound. It does get a lot, very close to that though. So we are now
Zodiac 112 heavy, Zagreb radar identified.
in Zagreb traffic, so this is, we passed Serbia, so I think, where are we, what country? Serbia is here. This is Montenegro. Why can't I move this towards me? Like so. Now rotate. Much better. So yeah, this is where we are at. So this is Zagreb. We're not in Zagreb, so this is Croatia, Montenegro and Serbia. This Bosnia? Probably Bosnia. We will then go up, and here it is. This is our destination right here, so we are probably going to make like a right-hand turn here. We could fly direct to, but apparently we don't want to cross this country for some reason. So a lot of companies will have protocols with countries, so especially companies like American companies. They want to avoid certain airspaces because of, you know, political conflicts and all that. But not just that, some countries are just in conflict, or they don't want you to cross unless you pay a certain fine or whatever. So this is Slovenia, which will be next to Croatia. Then we'll get to Austria.
Contact Zagreb Radar 124.85, Whiskey Jet Alpha 1 Delta. Have a good evening. Zagreb Radar, Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta. Good evening. Flight level 430.
So let's load our approach.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, Zagreb Radar identified.
Apparently it wants all caps.
Zagreb Radar, Ryanair, November X-ray, good evening. Flight level 560.
So let's go through our
Ryanair 8 November X-ray, Zagreb Radar identified. Hoity 4797, contact Libya on a radar 135.275.
Contact Libya on a radar 135.275, quality 4797.
Okay, so we are expecting runway 34 via Nix
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, clear Nixie 2 Whiskey arrival, runway 29F.
Oh, this is us.
2 times normal speed.
This is us. BIGC. Accept.
Cleared Nixie 2 Whiskey arrival, runway 29 of Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Arrange to Papa Alpha Heavy, contact the test center 120.375.
The one.
Center on 120.375. Arrange to Papa Alpha Heavy. Zagreb Radar, Turkish 9 Romeo Hotel, flight level 360.
Turkish 9 Romeo Hotel, Zagreb Radar identified.
So we are coming to intercept this waypoint here, and we only have one other waypoint at Balad.
UPS 269 Heavy, contact Libya on a radar 135.275.
Right, so we are expecting runway 34.
135.275, UPS 269 Heavy. Zagreb Radar, Griffin 7 Sierra November, flight level 320.
We're going to try the ILS.
Sierra November, Zagreb Radar identified.
Oh my, we need to check the charts here.
Baltic 1886, contact Budapest Center 120.375, good day.
Center on 120.375, Baltic 1886.
ILS 34.
Zagreb Radar, Janix 338, good evening. Flight level 360.
So probably not 34.
Janix 338, Zagreb Radar identified.
Because we need
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, report ready for descent.
Ready for descent. Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
Vista Jet Alpha
Descend to flight level 160, Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
160, flight level change, let's do this. Expecting runway 29er, not 2, so runway 29er, ILS Zulu via XZ. What is XZ? Next page.
Sober radar Magic Sun for Yankee Zulu, flight level 370.
Magic Sun for Yankee Zulu, Sober radar identified. High travel 2227, contact Zogrib radar 122.575.
Contact Zogrib radar 122.575, Sky travel 2227.
Now we have a direct approach towards our destination. So we will be getting here through Nix Star Nix to Whiskey. Where's Nix to Whiskey? There it is, Nixie. Nixie to Whiskey. So we're probably just gonna get one of these steer points. Let's see. Yeah, there's Nixie. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna intercept any of these waypoints. So the one down here is Obuti, and as you can see, we're passing just parallel to it towards Nixie. Yep, 4-time acceleration is the GOAT. So let's move this to the side again. Over here is good. Let's level this. Looks good. So let's go get the ILS information because I need 129. So we're gonna go with Cat 129, and our decision height is for the Cat 1. So this is Cat 2 for Cat 1. ILS Zulu, there it is. Now we're cooking. It's 800 mph. So where's the decision height?
Zagreb radar, Citation X 29 Juliet Foxtrot. Good evening. Flight level 360.
Citation X 29 Juliet Foxtrot, Zogrib radar identified.
800 feet for the decision. We're descending below the V9 path, so it's armed, but we are below. You can see here TOD. That's the top of the descent, so we decided to climb before the TOD.
Arrival runway 05. Cleared Oakland
can just turn off flight
arrival
level
runway
change.
05, Croatia
Allow the
656.
VNAV to
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, contact Vienna radar 128.7, have a good
descent.
evening.
We're 5,000. We're descending at
Vienna radar
5,000 feet per minute.
128.7, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Vienna radar, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, passing flight level 233, descending to flight level 160.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, Vienna radar identified.
Alright, let's tune in the ILS frac. So we are expecting ILS to be 109.55. So set it here 109.55. Done, and also here 109.55 for the NAV2. This is not an NDB approach, so we don't have an NDB, and our course should be 2901. So let's set course here. Actually, it's on FMS right now, so we can't really control that for now. But we can control the heading, so it will be 2901 on the heading indicator. Done.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, descend via start to 8,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend by start to 8,000 feet, QNH 1015, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Flight level change again. What's that? QNH 1015. Set. Set. We are going to make another right-hand turn. There's a VNAV path there. We're below the VNAV path, so we are going to switch off flight level change. Allow it to command the plane to follow VNAV path. Auto throttle is keeping our plane within limitations, although we need to decel to 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Let's turn on the landing lights before we forget. There's our approach there.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, contact Vienna arrival 119.8.
Contact Vienna arrival 119.8, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Vienna arrival, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, passing 9,400 feet, descending to 8,000 feet with information, Sierra.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta Vienna arrival, good evening. QNH 1015, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 29er with Bravo Alpha Lima 4 Mike transition.
QNH 1015, expect ILS Zulu approach runway 29er with the Bravo Alpha Lima 4 Mike transition. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
So we got a transition here, but that wasn't available here. There it is. we're still above VNAV path, so we're good. As you can see, there's some mountains here, so we need to be careful regarding clearances, altitude clearances. So for that reason, I'm going to turn on the terrain radar here on the co-pilot. So we now got terrain just in case. We got a discrepancy.
Austin 566, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared IL at Zulu approach runway 29er. Maintain 3,000 feet until established. Cleared IL at Zulu approach runway 29er. Austin 566.
So this will be 3-degree standard approach for the glide path. Final approach heading will be 291. Our ILS tuned in is not yet available, but it is 109.55. 109.
Magic Sun 2 Yankee Juliet descend via star to 8,000 feet QNH 1015. Descend via star to 8,000 feet QNH 1015 Magic Sun 2
for
Yankee
the
Juliet.
FMS, we'll see if it auto tunes. So the airport is somewhere over there. It's hard to see. Right, I don't see it in yet. It's somewhere over there. We are still going to make a right-hand turn. The reason why it's changing here, because we got auto tune here turned on. Hello, Austria. I believe Vienna is where this big glare is. Still 50 or so miles away from it, so it's going to take a moment.
All aircraft be advised, information Tango now current QNH 1015.
QNH 1015 set and cross-checked.
Magic Sun 2 Yankee Juliet, maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared IL at Zulu approach runway 29er. Maintain 3,000 feet until established. Cleared IL at Zulu approach runway 29er. Magic Sun 2 Yankee Juliet. Austin 566, contacting tower 119.4. Over to tower 119.4, Austin 566. Beam arrival, Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, good evening, passing flight level 137, descending to 8,000 feet with information Tango. Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, Beam arrival, good evening, QNH 1015, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 29er with the Bravo Alpha Lima 4 Mike transition. QNH 1015, expect the ILS Zulu approach runway 29er with the Bravo Alpha Lima 4 Mike transition, Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel. Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, clear direct Ballet, cross Ballet at or above 8,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 29er. Clear direct Ballet, cross Ballet at or above 8,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 29er, Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, cleared direct Ballet, cross Ballet at or above 8,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 29er.
Cleared direct Ballad, cross Ballad at or above 8,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu approach runway 29er, VistaJet Alpha 1
After
Delta.
Ballad, we need to descend to 3,000. this plane? Well, aside from a few switches and standby instruments aren't working, as well as circuit breakers, which is not really mandatory but would be nice. The cabin is a little stale, the windows here on the cockpit don't open. There's no integration with the electronic checklists. Simbrief integration could be a little bit better, especially with the flight following. Grabbing the actual flight plan from Simbrief, which it doesn't, it just gives you a random, well, it's not random, it does give you the plane's position, just not the flight plan. Let me adjust the track IR here. So, a lot of missing features. I sincerely hope that FlightFX does revisit this plane soon and update it to a higher standard. Overall, the plane itself is a dream to fly. It's very smooth, very let me just set this to normal. Done. Very tame aircraft, as it should, because it's built for rich people, and rich people don't want nervous
Magic
aircraft.
Sun to Yankee Juliet, contact Wind Tower 119.4. Contact Tower 119.4, Magic Sun to Yankee Juliet.
Couple of planes on the pattern up ahead, as they are here as well. One's about to land. There's another one airborne. So after ballot, we're going to start our descent for the 6,000 feet initial, and then we'll just follow SID to 2,000 feet. We can actually do that just now by just setting up to 2,000, 3,000 I mean. There. Then once we pass ballot, we'll switch it on. Since we have auto throttle, it will also reduce speed as it detects we will be on the approach. There's another plane beneath us to the right. Just making sure that we can see them. There it is. So that we allow it to have room to make its own approach and land. So guys, I sincerely apologize for the darkness of this flight. I wasn't expecting it to be that dark in the takeoff. The apron was very dark. It was a general aviation apron, so no big highlights. Usually used only during the daytime, but I would still expect some nice lighting at night there. So passing ballot, here we go. if I drop flaps, it will automatically drop the airspeed. But I really want to slow down because of that plane over there, so let's try that. So slats deployed. Let's bring it back in because it didn't like that at all. Control indicated airspeed directly. The only thing I can do is just disable our auto throttle or just set it to manual.
Austrian 220, contact Wien Tower 119.4.
Contact Tower 119.4. Austrian 220. Have a good evening.
I want that plane to land first because it's number one. If I overtake it, we will be in trouble. Speed check flaps 1 or 5, sorry. So let's let it. Let's go to 180. 180 knots. Let it run away from us.
Jet Alpha 1 Delta, minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed. This is Jet Alpha 1 Delta.
So our VAP will be 119er, so we'll descend, we'll decrease our speed to 120. zip plane there. Speed check, flaps 5. Let's get our taxi light in. Really gliding towards our runway. Here comes the glide path.
Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, contact Wien Tower 119.4. Contact Tower 119.4, Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, bye bye.
Winds are calm, there's no wind right now. Still going up for the minimum approach speed. And here's our little plane right now. We're still far away from our 3,000 feet glide path, which is giving time for that plane to land. Not that much. 160 is enough. Let's lower our gear. Gears down. Speed check, flaps 15.
Vista Jet Alpha 1 Delta, contact Wien Tower 119.4.
Contact Tower 119.4, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Wien Tower, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, ALS Zulu approach runway
Flight slope
29er.
intercepting.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, Wien Tower, continue.
Roger, VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Still not clear to land, just continue.
Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel, exit right next available taxiway.
Exit right next available taxiway, Beaufort 49 Romeo Hotel.
clear to land, so we'll carry on this automatic approach for now until we are cleared.
Jet Alpha 1 Delta, wind 300 degrees, 3 knots, runway 29 are cleared to land.
Runway 29 are cleared to land. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Autopilot off. Flying by hand now. As you should.
Approaching 29.
Check. Probably need to exit right. Minimums are okay. Touchdown and reverse. Reverse screen, deploy. 70 knots.
Exit right next available taxiway. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Nice touchdown. Turn off. And we have exited. Roll out. Brakes. Flaps up.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, contact ground 121.6.
Ground 121.6. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
Let's reach them out.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta. Request taxi to company ramp.
VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta, taxi to ramp Echo 52 via Alpha 7 Echo X-ray 12 Lima.
Taxi to ramp Echo 52 via Alpha 7 Echo X-ray 12 Lima. VistaJet Alpha 1 Delta.
So we are here and we
You
need to
need
go
to stop the engines to request ground services.
need to go to Alpha 7. Oh. What? Were we just teleported? Oh my. I think we were just teleported. Alright. Parking brake set. Let's clear this. Parking brake set. And now I'm sorry. And now we need to turn on our APU for now.
Austrian 25 Heavy, at gate Foxtrot 1, request pushback and engine start.
I think.
Austrian 25 Heavy, Wien ground pushback approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast. Austrian 25 Heavy.
Connected. And now we can turn off the engines.
All aircraft be advised, information uniform now current, QNH 1015.
Stairs operating? What do you mean stairs operating? Oh, still running that. Should be off, nav, keep it on, tail flood is on.
Austrian 25 Heavy, request taxi to the active.
The boarding request bus is coming.
Austrian 25 Heavy, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 29 via Whiskey, Echo X-ray 23, Echo X-ray Mike Alpha 1.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1, runway 29 via Whiskey, Echo X-ray 23, Echo X-ray Mike Alpha 1, Austrian 25 Heavy.
Alright, we're good to go. Just open the doors. Stairs are done here. And now, guys, welcome to Austria. Now we can see our airplane in all its glory. Big Austrian A330 passing behind us, or is that a Boeing? No, that's a 777. Alright, sir, thank you for coming. Mind your step there. Oh. Thank you for coming, sir. Ma'am. Thank you for coming, sir. You look like the twin of that guy up front. Thank you for coming. Nice suit, sir. Thank you for coming. And, hold on a second. Yeah, that's it. Alright, Giselle, you're clear to clean the cabin. We're good to go. Guys, this was the FlightFX Cessna Citation X, all the way out of Larnaca to Vienna in Austria. I'm sorry that flight was a bit dark on the departure. It's not much better here, but at least we can see the plane better. Look at that. Beautiful plane from FlightFX. It's not
Austrian 118 Golf taxi
the
to
most
San
modern
Foxtrot
plane.
12 via Alpha 11 Mike, Echo X-ray 2 Whiskey Blue.
Taxi to Stan Foxtrot 1.
It's not really the most modern plane you can find for Flight Simulator 2024, but it's definitely a must-have. It's on sale right now. I believe it's on sale for about 30%, which is good. The plane isn't that expensive, it's about 30 euros, but if you can get it cheap for the cheap, the better. Compared to the previous business jets we've flown here, yes, it's a bit outdated in terms, not because of the what's simulated, but because of the plane itself. The avionics are of a different age, and so you would probably enjoy a most modern plane using Garmin avionics for sure. But this plane is still a charm to fly. It flies really well. There's really hardly any issues with it, and this flight was really uneventful. This was the Cessna Citation X from FlightFX. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, remember, leave a like, subscribe. You can also donate via Buy Me a Coffee. Every single investment you make will be reinvested in future add-ons, that is planes and scenery. See you next time, guys, and I really appreciate it. As for the visitors, today we only had you, Drexy, but what a nice, pleasant surprise you did come, and I really appreciate you coming. Yeah, so My channel isn't big. I sometimes really feel sad that I don't get the growth I would love to. I also get a lot from the developers and producers that my channel is just too small for them to support. So most of the planes I get, I purchased to get you content. So guys, please leave a like, share, subscribe. Anything you do to promote the channel is really welcome. And I've been blessed enough to have 540 subscribers to this day. That isn't much compared to other channels, to be sure, but I don't mind. I want to grow on my own, and thank you so much for everybody that does help me grow. So guys, I'm covering up my plane now. Probably too soon to put the engine covers. The engines are still a bit hot, but still. Man, what a flight. What a flight. So here it is, plane's ready to be parked. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.
Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun, no limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun, no limits when the drum's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soared into the light.